Mike Real before he comes in? Did you know his story before he went out? You know, that type of thing. When you say what I'm saying, you bring in is it more of a gamble now?
We watched him in our wrestling room at a developmental camp, and he was the real deal. We tried to recruit him. He was going to Stanford. That's a reason why he moved from his home, if you follow that Flow Wrestling documentary. Bright kid, he's about all the right things. Sacrifice, the family sacrifice, and sends him to Montini Catholic in Chicago. And then Stanford drops a program. And we had a guy named Jaden Ironman, so we're not recruiting when they drop the program. Well, they reinstate the program, he stays at Stanford. And then after that year, he decides to transfer, third time the charm. So we looked at him, initially he chose Stanford, and then when they dropped the program, he was in the portal. So we don't have the resources. We got Ironman coming back, and then when he decided to enter the portal again, we recruited him for the third time, or had our third opportunity.
And when you identify someone in the portal, you're going to really look at someone if you really already know their story, right?
It's not about the portal. It's not about the story. We already did our homework with him. You obviously know the makeup and the background of these guys. It's a small world, especially the higher the level you go. This isn't how I look at the rules, not whether or not I agree with them or whether or not the portal's good or bad, or do we know somebody in the portal. It's the rules, and we operate the framework of them, and that's how we do it. And with Rio Woods' situation, it was a no-brainer. There were people that were, when I say people, there were other programs that were after him hard, and I'm not sure. I think he was interested, but I think myself and Morningstar flew out and saw him, and I think it was time to be a Hawkeye. If I could speak for him, but you can ask him. He'll be downstairs in a little bit here.
What has he added to your realm in the time he's been here?
He is a very confident man. He marches to the beat of a little bit different drummer, which is awesome and okay with us. We love it. He's got great energy. And the other thing is he's a direct guy. And that's a great, refreshing thing. Student athletes have all the power nowadays, and he doesn't act like it. And so as a transfer especially, you can come in, like that, and he's not like that. He wants to win, and that's a broad definition, winning. That's team and himself, and he wants to develop and get better, so his future internationally he has an eye on the future. So that's what he's about. He's about all the same things that we're about.
Tom, when did you realize that?
What does he do successfully? Or what makes him a successful wrestler?
He can wrestle top, bottom, and neutral, and he's the entire package. He's probably an athletic, explosive guy. You could classify him as that, but I wouldn't make the mistake of pigeonholing him. That's just a fast twitch, explosive athlete, because he can wrestle in a lot of different positions.
When did you realize that utilizing the transfer portal, because you guys have had some success there, would be a huge part of building the program?
You're asking a question about the portal again. The portal is the world we live in, and we operate in that framework. I mean, that's how we operate. When the portal wasn't there, you had to wait to get a written whatever. You can talk to them, but they're not released to come to your school, so we talk to them, and then maybe after enough gamesmanship, then they would be released to come to your school, and then they'd be released to come to your school. We operated in that framework. So here we are with the portal, and we operate in the framework of those rules.
You're obviously one of seven guys in the program that won 3 titles. No one's won 4. How hard is it how much of a career accomplishment, or how difficult is it to actually get 4? I mean, there's 4 guys that have ever done it.
Going to 4, the approach was right from the very beginning for Spencer, because